taking a break, a day or two out, or an evening out also helps. This is what I learned from you. I recommend that you take calls with Prisha Devi. She will really help you out with section wise in solving your doubts. Mocks plus analyzing your mocks, not just giving mocks. Like if you
Exactly.
just randomly give one mock and then leave it aside and then hop on to another mock, that won't do any good. Like
Why did you choose One Stop Solution for MHCT for your preparation?
even if I would have joined any classes, I don't think I would have gotten that personal understanding, like that one-on-one understanding. I actually,
Well, welcome back to One Stop Solution for MHCT. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Thank you so much for having me. Firstly, how's it going?
Okay, I'm good too, Divya. So, first of all, very congratulations for making it to GLC this year.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay,
Thank
so
you.
we'll be taking a few questions.
Actually, thanks to you. Yes. Yes.
Okay, so Divya, first of all, what was the turning point when you decided that to aim GLC?
Okay. So the turning point for me was basically not a turning point, but there were a few restrictions for me that I couldn't go out of Mumbai. I'm based out of Mumbai, and I couldn't go out of Mumbai for my law school, and I wanted to aim for the best law school that was possible for me. And the best law school here in Mumbai, and actually not just in Mumbai, in India, one of the top law schools is of course GLC. And my graduation college was also very close to GLC, so I used to go there and see the kind of culture, the kind of knowledge I would get if I ever got into GLC. So that was my turning point. That if it is, it will be GLC or like GLC was my only priority. So I knew that I had to aim for GLC.
I know you used to text me, ki, no, I'm only aiming for GLC. I only want GLC. I used to say, no, you can aim for ILS as
Yes,
well. Then
yes,
you were like,
yes.
no, I'm only aiming for GLC.
Like no
You manifested
ILS.
it very
Yes.
hard.
Yes, with only one college to bag, with only one college that is like good enough to have best law school to
Exactly.
you have best knowledge to get into a law school in GLC. Yeah, and of course, like now that I'm in GLC, my principal also keeps saying that it's a seven-star college. Seven Chief Justices of India came from GLC. And of course, if you're aiming for CET, it's always GLC or ILS.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So Divya, as we know, you attempted 3-year LLB, correct? So how did you manage your graduation college and your preparation for MHCT?
Yes. So, one thing that I did was I started early. I started after I completed my second year, at my undergraduation college, like my first undergraduation degree. That helped me to balance PhD as well as my, my college studies. But of course, there comes like a break where you need to take hold from your CT preparation, so the managing the task that was a bit of a task for me was to manage my sixth semester and my CT together
Hmm.
because they were like just one month apart, and I couldn't just let go my undergraduate degree studies for ease because it was my final semester, of course. What helped me during this time was that during my daytime, I like used to segregate my time. The first half of my day used to go for my undergraduate degree studies, and the other half used to go for my CET preparation. When I couldn't study at all, I couldn't give time. What I used to do was I used to just solve mocks that used to make up for the day and just like solving mocks and analyzing mocks when my exams were near, like when my sixth semester was near. I used to prioritize giving only mocks and not studying and only studying the mistakes that I've done that uh, took less amount of time for my day. Like I only had to give like 2 hours two for the
Hmm.
mock and 1 hour for analyzing and another 1 hour for mistakes. But of course, I could do it on my own time. So this strategy helped me save time and focus more on my sixth semester. At the same time, it made sure that I am not losing my grip and my consistency with my CET. So that's how I manage.
Exactly. So you would agree to the point that if you wish to, then you can definitely manage your school and your preparation or your college and your preparation. Correct.
Yes, of course. And of course, to add to this, there were many days where I was burnt out, I was overwhelmed. And of course, when such things happen, I used to call you and you used to guide me and say, it's okay, don't stress. It's fine, you'll do it. Just take a break. Don't be so um, harsh on yourself. Just sometimes also a break in between really gives you the long run that you need, like, a refresh, a reboot. So also I would say that taking a break, a day or two out or an evening out also helps. This is what I learned from you in one of our calls. So just want to mention that.
Thank you so much. So Divya, since there were mainly four subjects in your MHCT, among all the subjects, which one did you find the most hardest one, and how did you manage it?
Okay, so the hardest one was of course GK for me because
Hmm.
GK is so vast. Anything can be asked, and to like cover GK as a whole is not possible. GK is not something that we can grab onto overnight. It develops with time. Plus current affairs for 1 year and GK, static GK. There is a lot to see. I mean, a lot means it's impossible to cover everything. So that was a task for me. I used to score very less in my marks
Hmm.
in the GK section. But what helped me was to firstly cover the basics. Covering the basics solves because in CET, mostly the exam is static based, like GK is very static oriented. But covering the basics firstly really helps because a few questions are repetitive. And secondly, what helped me was, of course, practice. When you keep reviewing one question again and again, it sticks to your mind and it helps you grasp it. So revision and making sure that GK is a part of your section, a part of your preparation every single day because GK needs repetitive revision. So
Hmm.
repetitive, just to summarize, repetitive revision, doing the basics well, and mocks. If I don't know something in GK, I used to analyze it in my mocks. That also helped me prepare for the GK section better. And of course, you had sent me a few resources that helped me with the GK section. So yeah, these helped me with the static part of the GK. Coming to the current affairs monthly compendiums are really helpful. Everyday GK consumes a lot of time, and for CET, I believe everyday GK, like following GK section, like current affairs every day is not that much needed. We could put that time in some other section, but monthly compendiums is a very great source if you want to complete your current affairs as soon as possible. But one thing that you recommend that I would also recommend is that if there's time, reading newspapers every day really helps. That just doesn't help with current affairs, but it also helps with your English section and also commercial awareness going forward as a law student really help in competition, in lectures. There's a lot of committees that you can be a part of where your commercial awareness will really help, just commercial awareness, quality awareness. Like you know what is going on in the world, so that just gives you an edge over other law students when you start your law journey. So if you have time, newspapers should also be a part of
Exactly.
your
The thing
preparation.
is, aspirants sort of underestimate the value of newspaper. They underestimate the power of the newspaper. They do
Yes,
not get the fact that it will improve all your GK, vocab, your legal knowledge, everything. So I hope after listening to
everything.
you, they will understand a
Yes.
little bit that yeah, newspaper is important.
Yes, yes, definitely. Newspapers should be a part. It just shouldn't be a part of your day whilst your preparation. But if you can read newspaper for like 20 to 30 minutes a day, every day, even after you're done with your CT, that will 100% help you. As a law student, we are supposed to be aware of what's going on.
Exactly.
Yeah, in the world. It also helps with bagging good internships in your first year because in your first year, internship opportunities are pretty less. But if you have good commercial awareness and good uh, awareness in general, so that boosts your chances of getting a good internship. So yeah,
Exactly.
the this part will not just help you in your preparation, but will also help you as a law student and in bagging internships and overall development as well. So yeah, newspapers are 100% yes, and a non-negotiable factor actually.
Exactly. Okay, so Divya, as far as I remember, initially your mock scores weren't good, but time it improved. Correct. So
Hmm.
what strategy did you follow and how did you analyze your mocks in order to increase your mock score?
Right. So what helped me with that? Firstly, people used to tell me that start giving mocks as soon as you can. But I didn't really understand this. Like, I used to think if I haven't studied anything, how should I start giving mocks? But when I started giving mocks, is when I realized your real study begins when you start practicing. It's always um active studying than passive studying. Of course, cover your basics first, but start giving mock as soon as possible. So, what helped me with improving my scores is firstly, correct your own paper, even if you're giving a proctored mock, that is like a mock test online that corrects your paper automatically. But go through every question that you have attempted. If you have attempted a wrong question, understand what went wrong and how you can solve it going forward. All the questions that also you have attempted that are correct. Uh, Go through that again as well as as part of your revision. Once you have completely analyzed your mistakes or your rights and your wrongs, sorry, what I would recommend is to give that mock again, even if you're like if like give it the first time and give it again for the second time. Don't take those scores in your list, like in your account. Of course, those scores now will be in like 110 out of 120 or 115 out of 120, of course, but that just helps us in working on our mistakes. And yeah, that this is what helped me in improving my scores because sometimes we think that, okay, this mistake I have realized and I will not repeat it, but we tend to repeat it. While we practice and give that the attempt that question again is when we realize that okay, no, I still don't have this concept clear. So reattempting the mock is very important. This is the one thing that helps with improving your scores. And also, secondly, what I would suggest is don't rely on only one source of mocks.
Mhm.
Try to solve mocks from different websites because every type of website has their own way of making mocks. So that just helps you in grasping a multi-layered practice. Some mocks are pretty easy, some mocks are very difficult. So if you're getting a diverse experience, a diverse practice sessions, that will also help you with your scores. So a few websites, a few sources that I would personally recommend you for mocks is that firstly you can solve of course one-stop solution mocks. They are very very reliable. Secondly, you can rely on maneuver mocks. Those mocks are very difficult, but the official papers are not all that difficult, but this really helps. Like if you are scoring around 100 or like 95 to 100 in maneuver mocks, that means that you are going to score around 110 or like 100 to 110 in your official paper. So like you can uh, make analyzations
Yeah.
accordingly. Secondly, if, so you can refer to one-step solution mock, and of course, I used to get like after solving mocks, I used to get personalized mentoring on how I can uh, make my scores better. That helps. And thirdly, what really helped me in improving my scores were calls with you. Like I used to solve mock, and then I remember sending you my sectional scores,
Yeah.
and you used to help me section wise on how we can get better in the particular section. Like for English, I remember you told me that I should work on my vocabulary, or help or do more of sectionals, English sectionals, like comprehension. And for logic, like practice is the only key for logic. There are a few particular specific questions that I remember that I couldn't solve. You had solved that. So working on sectionals alone also really helps with mock scores. So yeah, to again, just to summarize, check your own paper, check your own mistakes, and reattempt the mock, do sectionals, and check refer to various sort of mocks, not just one set of mocks. And yes, of course, uh, if you're if possible, if not possible, I recommend that you take calls with Prisha Devi. She will really help you out with section wise in solving your doubts, and that really helps, like personal mentoring. Someone is actually pinpointing out your doubt that this thing doesn't happen when you give other mocks. So make sure you do that as well. So that really, that like personal experience, these are the things that help me improve my scores.
Thank you so much, Divya. So you must have felt, like quitting in between your preparation a lot, because I know MHCT is very overwhelming. Be it any competitive exam, it is very overwhelming, and managing it with your college is more overwhelming. So I know you used to call me कि आज नहीं हो रहा है, ऐसा हो गया, मैंने अब तक preparation नहीं की, इतने time में exams है, and etc etc. So how did you manage that?
Yes, of course, there were times that I felt like quitting. I felt like uh, I need a like a long break, or just when my mock scores were not increasing, especially that time, like increasing your mock scores and not seeing any changes, or seeing scores worse than the last mock. This happens and it's normal, it's okay. This will happen, but what helped me during this phase was firstly that you like first thing that helped me during this time was, of course, that this is temporary, and there is no change if there is no change. Like a few things helped me was what I would say was calls with you, yes. And secondly, just keep going, like consistency and small breaks. Taking small breaks, going out. Like I remember I used to be at home mostly full day. I had locked myself in. I didn't used to go out. I used to just study, either in CET, either in my undergrad studies. I had locked myself in. So a small break, going out and then coming back with a fresh mind helped me. Secondly, what helped me was My own experiences, like I used to think, what will happen if I make it? Like I will get into GLC, I will get the college that I want, and that used to be my motivation. Like I had GLC on my vision board. That also helped me. Talking to my friends helped me. So these are the things that I used to rely on, and mostly I just took my time off a bit, like a hour or so, or like a few hours, one evening out. Just taking a break helps, and also try to avoid negative thinking as much as possible. Answer all your what ifs. Like there will be a lot of what ifs, like what if this happens? What if I can't make it? Address all those what ifs, I would say. Don't block your thoughts, but ensure that there is positivity. And if there's any negativity, you can, of course, you should rely on people who are close with you. That helps with quitting. Like, yeah. And then when you actually see your mock scores get better, that helps like anything. That will help any day with motivation, and the quitting phase then ends. So yeah, keep going, keep giving mocks. The consistency also really, really helps with uh that phase that
Exactly.
is
So rather
not
than
very nice.
torturing oneself and overburdening oneself, it's better, कि आप break ले लो थोड़ा देर, आप कुछ कर लो. So that will also help in
Yes,
improving your mocks as
yes,
well. Because mocks के scores improve होते हैं तो confidence automatically increase हो जाता है.
exactly. Yes. Moss
Okay.
is the key for anything. Like staying consistent. Of course, it doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen in one mock or two mocks. It takes time. It's mocks are like a roller coaster. But mocks is the only way to ace this exam. Mocks plus analyzing your mocks, not just giving mocks. Like if you
Exactly.
just randomly give one mock and then leave it aside and then hop on to another mock, that won't do any good. Like giving three mocks and analyzing them and giving it again is much better than giving 10 mocks and not analyzing them. So yes, analyzing and mocks are the only way to ace this exam.
Exactly. Analyzing is a very important part of the journey itself because अगर आप सिर्फ mocks देते जाओगे तो it won't help you at all because until and unless आपको अपनी mistakes ही नहीं पता चलेगी how would you improve? Correct. Okay. So Divya, the last question which I would like to ask you is why did you choose One Stop Solution for MHCT for your preparation?
Okay, so for one thing that I would say is, at One Stop Solution, I got that personal understanding that I did not get anywhere else. Like I did not join any classes. I was relying on One Stop Solution. But I believe even if I would have joined any classes, I don't think I would have gotten that personal understanding, like that one-on-one understanding. I actually used to feel that you understand where I'm coming from. Some like I never felt like I was scribbling or I am talking too much, or if like I did not ever felt that I was being judged for anything. That really helps a student as an aspirant. An aspirant is really looking for these qualities and not just for resources. So these qualities is what set One Stop apart for me. And of course, the reliable resources, the resources are completely CT oriented. Um, so that helps with practice, and getting the right resources is one of the most important thing, and that is also why that is what I got here, and that is also why I chose One Stop. Plus, I got admission guidance here, which I did not get from anyone else. Like there are many other resources, many other pubs, places and people that help students out, like help aspirants out. But personal guidance with prompt action. Like whenever I used to text you or call you, I remember you used to give me prompt responses with my admission process, like till the admission process began. Till the day I got into GLC, you were there, and the admission process is a bit overwhelming.
Yeah.
But I remember you being there, so that is what set apart one-stop solution for me, and that is why I chose you and your team for my preparation.
Thank you so much, Divya. Thank you so much. It means a lot. And the one thing which I would like to ask you lastly, what is the one advice which you like to give to 2026 aspirants out there?
Oh yes, the one advice that I would like to give is that use the correct resources. CET is not about hard work, it's about smart work. And the third and main advice is keep your foundations, your basics strong, because CET is all about knowing the roots, knowing the basics very well. So make sure to do all the basics extremely well and keep solving mocks and analyzing your mocks and totally rely on Prisha Devi for anything and everything. She will definitely be there for you. So these are all the advices that I would like to give to Batch 2026.
Okay. Thank you so much, Divya. Thank you so much for joining with us and guiding them because I know ये जो journey चल रही है अभी बहुत overwhelming होने वाली है. Few are droppers, few are preparing it with their schools and colleges. So it's quite overwhelming. कुछ को कुछ आता है, कुछ को कुछ नहीं आता है. अभी sources कहाँ से ढूंढना है ये वो. It's very overwhelming. तो I hope कि आपकी सारी advices they are gonna take and they are gonna follow the path which you did and होप सो कि कुछ ना कुछ आपको मिलेंगे जीएलसी में.
Yes, definitely, definitely. I would even love to meet some of you guys in GLC. And yeah, especially this time, like January month is very crucial. But I'm sure all of your students and everyone watching this video will make it. And yeah, but,
Thank you so much, Divya. Thank you so much for connecting with us.
thank you.